Another week, 90 miles, basically 3 miles swimming, 71 miles cycling, and 15 miles running, which roughly comes out to 89 miles, 143K on the week. Felt pretty good, did a nice long ride, did a threshold bike effort that might have been the toughest workout I've done yet. Basically, what you'll see is like a FTP on steroids, to me at least. And then also broken a new pair of shoes, and just continuing through the rhythm. So that's the week. Let's check it out. All right, today's Monday. I'm supposed to go swim. Starting to transition my swims later as they get longer, but it is really raining outside today. Ooh, it's like the past minute right there. Yeah, it might be like kind of a little bit of a flash flood, but yeah, we gotta go swim today. Gonna try to transition to later times, like I said. But hopefully today's swim goes smooth, and I hope the rain's just today doesn't push into the weekend. But we'll see how that progresses. It went well. 2,800 yards in 58 minutes or something like that. So fine, pretty smooth. Realize I just swim much better when people are in the pool. So like the last quarter of the swim, someone else is in my lane. Felt super smooth. When I'm by myself, I feel like I'm just in my head way too much. Now I'm snacking and watching this Lionel Sanders vlog. Look at this. He's pushing 367 watts at 127 BPM. My heart would explode. Chips are pretty good though. For more context, he ended up average heart rate 138, average power 387, average watts per kilo 5.23. Yeah, I think that's 160 pounds, so maybe I have 45 pounds on them, but still incredible numbers. I think you kind of understand why like the pros are built different. I mean, 70.3 world champion a few times over. So very just crazy, you know. Will I ever hit that? No, but I'll have a good time. Riding the bike, we will be pushing watts today. Very surprising to see this workout. I haven't done one like this before. Obviously it's Tuesday, so it's a threshold effort, but I'll show you what it looks like. So it's basically 12 minutes is that first big yellow one, 11, and then 10 minutes all at zone 4. The green ones are short zone 3s, you can see, but basically 66% of this ride in zone 4 for 50 minutes. Which they're calling 3.5 out of 5 effort. I'd probably call it 4 out of 5, but we're gonna get that done. Then we'll lift a little bit. Maybe I'll check in if I'm alive during the middle of this ride. This is brutal. I mean, it's 13 minutes longer than what my FTP test would be, right about at FTP levels. So it's definitely one of those workouts halfway through that like makes you an Ironman, so to speak, or makes you think about quitting. But we got through it. Pretty happy with the performance. Just was not ready for that after a long day at work. So we're gonna lift a little bit, go do some comedy, and then run tomorrow. Now 10:30 p.m. I gotta take this thing off the trainer and put the wheel back on, and then take it in to get looked at to be serviced and hopefully scheduled for something soon, so that they can put the aero bars and the risers on it. So take that off, put it in the car, take it in after work. All right, we're gonna take the bike in to hopefully get serviced soon. All right, just got it set up. They're 5 weeks out, so it's gonna try to do a sprint in May or in beginning of June. Not a chance. Also, run up the bill. I'm at $323, but should be worth it. Shout out to Esteban, River City Bicycles, and the service tech. We're good to go. Mad tired. It's Thursday. That bike workout from Tuesday, I think just fatigued, man. But today we got 2,400 yards of a workout, so Look, during the swim, I can't really think about how tired I am. I just got to think on my technique. So I think the main set's 3 200s, 5 100s, 8 50s, just increasing zones or efforts. So we'll do that. And then tomorrow's thankfully an off day. Gels. I just found out, I was looking at the nutrition for Ironman California and realized there's no carb mix, at least in the Americas that I can see. It's just electrolytes, and Mortal Hydration only does like 10 grams of carbs. So I'll have to bring my own fuel because I really don't want to do a bunch 12 gels. 20 gels in a race sounds crazy. Like, I know I have a strong stomach, but that's nuts. So we're gonna test out some of these 100, 160, and a solid, just to get more used to them, and then I'll mix in some flavors. Three-hour ride. Let the games begin. We're about 2 hours in. I think that's what? Just shy 40 miles. Every hour I just stop and do a refuel. Maybe I need to get more bottles or something. And then I'm gonna try out this 160. So 160 calories, 40 grams of carbs, I think, solid. Or no, 200 calories. So we're gonna test this out on the bike to see how solids do, if that's what the race fuel is gonna be for this last hour, and then we'll pop over to like a 15-minute kind of brick off the bike. I'm gonna test it out. So crazy hungry. First impression, doesn't look good. You gotta chew on that, huh? Yeah, this has some flavor, but not my favorite. Final few minutes, and I'm gonna try shifting down to spin the legs more before I get to the run, because I heard that can be helpful during the race. All right, off the bike, 56 miles in 3 hours, so feeling good. Strength training's definitely helping, but gonna do a 15-minute run off small brick, and got some new shoes. This is the Cloudmonster Hyper from On. I like the shoe a lot, just for a bigger build, a little bit more cushioning, still relatively fast. This is the collaboration with Pleasures in the Loop running clubs out of Austin. So we're gonna do a quick little run. New shoe, who this? The craziest thing about running through this neighborhood next to me, feels like a Hollywood lot. Every run, there's a new house, a new structure up. Like this one on the corner, backpedaling, wasn't there last Sunday. So, kind of crazy, but almost done with this brick run. Not too bad. Little knot in my right calf, so hopefully that disappears tomorrow. Sunday, you know what it is, long run, still breaking these in. Felt good yesterday after the bike, did 56 miles, did a 2-mile run, so a little bit longer. And then today, we'll be testing Maurten 160 and Maurten 100. Neither of these have flavor, but gotta test them out, feel how they do on my stomach. We got about 90 minutes, so probably about 10-ish miles, maybe a little under 10 depending on how I'm feeling. It's about 48 degrees, and it might rain. So we're gonna get the run knocked out, close out the week, and then watch Game 7 of the Thunder Nuggets in the NBA semifinals. So not the semifinals, the conference semis. So let's do that. Hit the run. All right, 30 minutes in, 3.5 miles. Time for the 160. I'm gonna start with the heavier one because the duration of the run's longer, so a little bit more calories, and then do the 100. But honestly, these things, from an experience, awful. From a functionality standpoint, great. Not a huge fan, but we'll see how this does. I'll check back in 30 minutes to see how the stomach's doing and try another one. All right, we're 6.5 in. I mean, these are fine. Final review. It's weird to chew them. I don't get excited to have them like I do the apple cinnamon VPN one, so definitely gonna bring my own gels and then mix with these. So 30 minutes left. I'm yeah, still 25 minutes out, but this is a golf course right here. What a terrible shot. I mean, the odds of landing in between this hedge and here without going there, crazy, but hey, keep running. Don't mess up that golf swing. Run's done. 9.75 miles, hour 30. I hope on race day in October it isn't as cold during the run, just because like cold runs hurt a little bit more. My knees are tired. I think also like breaking in new shoes is never great. So could I have pushed and hit 10? Probably. Heart rate was relatively low, but my body is just a little bit more sore and achy from the cold, breaking in shoes. The gels really put a damper on the mood when you run. So stomach feels fine. Now just doing a little post-run. Whoa. Cinnamon roll, apple, and then I'll probably make some more food here in about 30 minutes. But that does it for the week. I think next week, I don't know. We'll see what next week has in store.